Today we are going to discuss the lecture number 11 on symmetry and group theory. This is the application part 3rd of symmetry and group theory. In this we will discuss about the carbonyl frequencies obtained in infrared and Raman spectra and to distinguish between the cis Ml2 CO2 and trans Ml2 CO2. By observing the frequencies, we can distinguish whether the molecule is cis or the molecule is trans. Application: carbonyl stretches. Can IR and Raman spectroscopy determine the difference between two squarer planar complexes, that is cis Ml2 CO2 and trans Ml2 CO2. These are the two structures of cis and trans Ml2 CO2. So this is the cis, which belongs to the C2V point group, and this is the trans isomer which belongs to D2H point group. These are the carbonyl groups situated at cis position, and these are the two carbonyl groups situated at trans position. Now in cis Ml2 CO2, if we take the reducible representation of these two bonds, so if the identity is taken, all the two bonds will remain at the same position, so it will be 2. If C2 operation is carried out, both the bonds will be disturbed, so it will be 0. Sigma xz will be remain the same position, so it will be 2, and sigma yz will be disturbed, so it will be 0. Now reducible CO reduces to A1 plus B1. If we determine the irreducible representation of the reducible representation, then we will get A1 plus B1. A1 is a symmetric stretch and B1 is an asymmetric stretch. So this is the A1 and this is B1. The reducible representation reduces to A1 plus B1. The symmetric stage A1 is infrared and Raman active, because this is the A1, so it is the basis is Z and x square y square z square, so this is infrared active and this is Raman active. The asymmetric stage B1 is both IR and Raman active also, so this is the B1, so this is X is infrared active and XZ is Raman active, so B1 will also be infrared and Raman active. Now this is trans Ml2 CO2. The trans isomer lies in XY plane. The point group D2H has the following symmetry elements. So this is the symmetry elements, and in D2H point group these are the operations carried out. Now if we take these two bonds in trans isomer, the reducible representation of CO is obtained by looking only at the two CO bonds. So if identity is taken, both the bonds will be at the same position, so it will be 2. C2Z will be 0, C2Y will be 0, C2X will be 2, because both the bonds will remain at the same position. Center of inversion is 0 and inversion is 0. Sigma XY will be 2, sigma XZ will be 2 and sigma YZ will be 0. So these are the reducible representation of this trans Ml2 CO2. Now this reducible representation CO reduces to AG, a symmetric stage, and B3U, an asymmetric stage. So the reducible representation of this will be AG and B3U. Now AG, this is the AG and this is the quadratic function. So on this AG line will be the Raman active and B3U will be on the x-axis, so it will be IR active. Again this reducible representation reduces to AG, a symmetric stretch, and B3U an asymmetric stretch. AG has x square, y square and z square as basic functions, so this vibration is Raman active. The B3U has x as a basis function, so this vibration is IR active. So the IR and Raman spectra will show one absorption at different frequencies. So in this, the one frequency will be obtained in the IR spectra and one frequency will be obtained in the Raman spectra. So in trans Ml2CO2, the IR and Raman spectra will each show one absorption at different frequencies. The cis and trans isomer of square planar Ml2CO2 can be easily distinguished by using spectroscopy. The cis isomer has absorptions that are seen in both the IR and Raman spectra. Exclusion rule: if a molecule has a center of symmetry, none of its modes of vibration can be both infrared and Raman active. Mutual exclusion rule can be derived from group theory. The centrosymmetric molecules have point groups with two sets of irreducible representations. The irreducible representations which are symmetric with respect to I, that is G, and antisymmetric with respect to I, that is U. The coordinates x, y, z when operated by I changes to sign, that is x will be converted into minus x, y will be converted into minus y, and z will be converted into minus z through inversion. Hence, all representations generated by Cartesian coordinates x, y, z must belong to U representations. However, the product of the two coordinates does not change sign on inversion, so binary products generate a G representation. Hence, from group theory, we conclude that in centrosymmetric molecules, the vibration modes belong to the U symmetry species, that is irreducible representations, are infrared active, and those belong to the G symmetry are Raman active. The molecules which are non-centrosymmetric, all the vibrations are both IR active and Raman active. This is the table for, this is the molecule and this is the point group. So this is a symmetric species, this is IR active species, this is Raman active species. So this is a molecule is CO2, the point group will be D infinite H. So the symmetric species are A1G and A1U, E1U. So this A1U and E1U will be IR active because it is belongs to U, and A1G will be Raman active because it belongs to G symmetry. C2H2, it is also D infinite H point group, and the symmetric species are 2 A1G, E1G, E1U and A1U. So UU, that is E1U and A1U are IR active, and A1G and E1G is Raman active. So these two molecules are centrosymmetric molecules, and in these two molecules the molecules belonging to U symmetry are IR active, and the belonging to G symmetry are Raman active. Both cannot be Raman or IR active. This molecule is water molecule, it is V-shaped molecule, and the point group is C2V, and the symmetric species are A1, 2A1 plus B2. Here the A1 and B2 both are IR active, and this are Raman active also. So in this, both the spectra are IR and Raman active. In NH3, this is the point group C3V, 2A1 plus 2E, Here A1E is IR active and A1 is Raman active. BF3, the point symmetry is D3H. The symmetry species are A1 dash, A2 dash, 2E dash. So E dash is IR active and A1 dash and E dash are Raman active. So in these molecules they can both be IR and Raman active.